Recently, bandits invaded the Kuruka area of the Chikom local government area of Kaduna State, shooting at their victims before taking away at least 287 of the pupils and teachers from both schools. Meanwhile, both the federal and government of the affected states have refused to dialogue with the bandits to release the school children and have also refuted claims that it had hired a private negotiator to facilitate the release of the victims. However, reacting to the development, Sheikh Gumi, in a statement, said that government's stand of not negotiating with the bandit is an unfortunate position. He therefore advised the government to dialogue with the bandits, not only for these Kuruka school children's abductions, but in all cases. He added that the government should use the same approach it used in releasing passengers that were abducted on the Abuja-Kaduna train in 2022 to release the school children and others. Gumi therefore offered himself to lead a holistic dialogue between the government and bandits as part of his religious duty to do so for peace. But the question again is, should Sheikh Gumi be given opportunity to negotiate with bandits?
I will suggest, where the security apparatus of the country maybe has failed, the life of the citizens of this country is sacrosanct. What I am suggesting, my own personal opinion is this: if using force or using any other means within the military working capabilities may not give result, we should be able to look for negotiations, look for people who can interface with these people they can trust. But what is important here is the life of these children, nothing else. Because it means that the government has failed them, looking up to the government to safeguard their own lives. Are you getting me? So if indeed what could be of a solution to this problem is allowing a human being, a Nigerian, whoever it may be, whatsoever who must have called the person in the past, to look into this problem, see how these children could be saved. That is more important than any other thing for now.
This is the problem we always have. When somebody have a knowledge of doing something, federal government will not give him that opportunity. And that person will just go with his knowledge like that. That is why we are not developing. That's why today even toothpick we cannot produce in this country. We need a president that have the masses for this country, have the feeling of this country. He will do something. For example, look at what the governor of Katsina is doing. He's trying to fight this insurgency more than any other part of this country.
I will allow him more. Is he have a soldiers, or is he has a police, or is he has a DSS? So he should give a right information where those children is to defense or DSS or police.
As it is now, I cannot say it because for the federal government to give Sheikh the opportunity to interact with the bandits, to make sure that those children are released. I think that it will still continue. This is how we continue going into this issue. So I don't think federal government should, and it clearly states that, shows that the Sheikh Gumi, I can say he is in charge of this bandit. And Sheikh Gumi, as a clergyman, he needs to be even arrested for this act.
But I think anything government can do to release them now, they should do it. Why they begin to, because if they have been put certain structures in place, this thing shouldn't be repeat itself. Most of those schools, if you see the video, they are not fenced. Even as simple as fence, I know fence cannot prevent those actions, but at least as simple as fencing can have, because for you to haul out 200 something persons and walk, or either whatever means they use in transporting them, but it's a large number of people, to physically move them to locations that they cannot easily find them. That means they came prepared. As long as fencing, no early warning system in these schools, no alarm button they can press that can be attached to the police, the nearby. Every of the 774 local government, every local government has the headquarters at the police station. So they should put an early warning system between the school and the police station. So if there's anything, they can press the panic button. The police responds swiftly. Because prevention is better than cure. Because this thing has been happening and it's still happening. I think kidnapping. Apart from the school, they are kidnapping people daily.
Gumi had previously negotiated on behalf of state government to free abducted people by bandits. Does this mean Gumi knows these bandits to the point that he is confident of a successful negotiation?
Some people who negotiate for all these things, it's a place of trust. It's not about following them. I was there in Niger Delta those days. Those who negotiate, they will tell you this is the person because they felt this is the person that will not betray us. Are you get what I'm saying? Sometimes it may come from a place of trust. It has got nothing to do with the person sponsoring them, because I do know if you are sponsoring a criminal, you wouldn't want to be known. You wouldn't want to be seen because you have a guilty mind. Are you getting me? So what I'm saying is that people with their opinions, people say different things. Coming from the experience I've had in Niger Delta, I do know that most people who were negotiating had nothing to do with the militants.
I've said it time without number that they need to accuse him, because you know that this is the issue of insecurity. It has been disturbing Nigeria day in, day out. So for somebody who is Nigeria, and after many people are being kidnapped and all that, and he's saying that, okay, let him be given that chance to negotiate with the bandit and all that, it tells you that the Sheikh needs to be held responsible for this.
If it's part of the bandit, he will demand money. You understand? If it is part of the bandit, he will demand money, that they should give him money. He will meet those people and negotiate with them. But he doesn't demand money. He said they should give him that privilege. Just approve. Go ahead. We don't know how he will use his money. He doesn't have part of them. He also wants to contribute and help the masses and also help the federal government.
Issue of Gumi is, me the way I look at it, I don't know. Why does those people so much believe in him? They trust him that they can even sit down and talk to him. Why? What is his maybe connection with them? Is he the only person maybe they trust, and why? And for long he has been going from one camp to another to meet with these people. It is evident he went to Zamfara sometime, and in Kaduna he went to Benugwari bush and had a meeting with them, and nothing happened. And when maybe our security agents entered that bush, aside that arrangement, maybe the story would have been different.
Gumi has, however, pleaded with President Bola Ahmed TINUBU to listen by dialoguing with the bandits because the past administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari refused to do so. Recall that Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, a former army captain for years, has been involved in the safe release of some kidnapped victims in the country. Imefon Okon, reporting for Clever News.